Hello, welcome or welcome back to Made by Amanda. I'm Amanda and I make stuff. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a crochet artist. I mostly make amigurumi plushie type items that I sell at market events and online. And you guys, I have something very exciting to show you today. If you have watched some of my recent videos, I've been teasing a new art project I was going to try to be working on, and that's what I'm going to show you in today's video. A couple of you guys have already guessed what it was going to be. You guys, we are going to make cordage with yarn today, and we are going to use that cordage to create wire art, specifically wire lettering today. And to make that cordage, we are using this Caydo iCord machine. I don't know how more people are not talking about wire art. Maybe they are and I just wasn't noticing, but I think that this is like the coolest thing, and I honestly think it might be an upcoming trend because it's just so fun and so cool, and I think it's a great addition to add to like my fiber arts portfolio. You know, I was thinking of making some letters and maybe selling them at my markets or offering some like custom name things online. Before I get too ahead of myself, the original plan was to make a Made by Amanda Mal wire letter sign that I could hang up at my events. Now, you guys know me and you know that I am a pretty honest and transparent person. I try to be. I will say this is not my first time filming this video. I did try to film this video a little while ago and I ran into a couple of issues, a lot of which were user errors by me, but they were so frustrating that I literally gave up on the video, and I like honestly couldn't look at this stuff for a while after that. But we are back today and I'm here to show you all the important tips and tricks and how to use this cool thing because it honestly is so cool. I don't know if we're gonna make the full Made by Amanda Mal sign today. We're just going to start slow because I don't want to overwhelm myself. So the materials that we will be using for this project are our Caydo iCord machine. This is how big it is. It's very little. It's so cute. I also have some 2mm wire that I got on Amazon. I'll link all of this stuff in the description below. I did have 1mm wire in my last video that I tried to make of this and I didn't love it. So I got this 2mm one. It's a little thicker and I think it'll just make my project come out a little bit better. I also have this like wire cutter thingy that we are going to use to not only cut the wire but also bend it, and some yarn. I know this is a mess. I guess I got a little rage frustrated and that's why it looks like this. This was from my last video that didn't work out well, but that's pretty much all that we will be using. Oh, I also purchased some wire letter templates from Etsy. These will be linked in the description as well. It was like the whole alphabet with capital and lowercase letters, and you like print these out and you bend the wire around this, and this is how we're gonna make our wire letter. So we're gonna make an A, hopefully. Let's hope for the best. And the only other thing that I have that I will be using is a little like pad thing, because the main issues that I had in my last video, I guess I could just tell you. The first issue being my yarn did not fit in the Caydo iCord machine. This was a user error. I definitely should have done more research in the directions. It literally specifies the preferred yarns to use. And it gives like the speed that the machine will go based on how thick your yarn is. And that is very important information. Me, like a big dumb idiot, I bought the yarn before I even got this machine because I was so excited. And this is the yarn that I bought. I bought this at the Joann's, my last day at Joann's, and it was like barely on sale. The sales were like still very crappy, so I spent a lot of money on this. And I bought 2 giant 1-pound rolls, thinking that this is what I would be making my Made by Manimal sign, cordage wire sign out of. This is acrylic yarn, and it is a size 4 medium acrylic yarn, and this was too thick for the machine. And in our directions here, it does mention that medium yarns are, you know, on the slower, closer to the not suitable size. It even has this little image of yarns that are probably not suitable. So this machine is not suitable for bulky yarns. It's not suitable for acrylic yarns, which looks like posted right here. These acrylic size 4 medium yarns, no. No, it is looking like your best bet are fine yarns, size 2, like sport yarns, baby yarns, or even a size 3 light yarn, like a DK or a light worsted yarn. I do have this yarn, which I will be using today. I did try this one already in the last video, and this one did work. It is giving size 4. It didn't even have like a real label on it because I got it from Temu, but it's more of like a cotton, soft, a little bit thinner of a yarn, and this does spin in the machine. So this is what we will be using today, and that was my main user error previously. And my other main user error was after I had this big mental breakdown over my yarn not fitting in the machine, I took the machine off of my wood desk here. I don't know if you could see my nice wood desk that I do all of my work at, my real job and this job. I do everything at this wood desk. I took my little machine off of my desk, and I had accidentally screwed it so hard onto my desk that it left a bunch of like divot damage to my desk, and that sent me. That absolutely sent me, you guys. Today when we do this, we're gonna put padding in the machine because what does it look like under there? Oh, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I think that I was screwing the machine on the wrong way. So it's interesting because here's the machine, right? Here's this is the like winding button and the power button for the machine. So when I screwed it onto my table, I obviously screwed it this way so that I would have access to those buttons. But there is like a padded side of the bottom, and the padded side of the bottom is the button side. So that's feeling like this should be the side that's like screwed onto the desk to prevent the damage, because I think the damage was being caused by these little things. But then when you screw it on that way, you don't have like access to the buttons, which is interesting. So I think maybe like on the side, I think it's designed to be like on the side of a desk or table. That's what it's giving, but I'm not going to put it on there today. I'm going to put it right back where it was. But I'm going to try to put it on the opposite way, and we'll just have to figure it out. We'll put it on like this today and see how we can figure out how to access these buttons. Okay, now that I unpacked all of my trauma, we can get started, and I'll show you how easy this is to use, because it actually is really easy and really cool and really fun. Okay, I'm gonna try to show you how I load the machine. So it comes with this little crochet hook tool to help you out because it is a little small in here. So you'll see some hooks in here, and you want to make sure all of your hooks are open when you start. So they're all looking open, and then we are going to take our yarn and we're gonna thread it through. There's a little hole here, and we're gonna put it through our first hook, loop it around there. See, this is why it's not good if your yarn has like a lot of layers, because you gotta make sure all the layers are appropriately wound in the hook. So I would say like the smaller the yarn, the better, honestly. honestly. All right, and then we're gonna manually turn it. And we're gonna skip the second, feed it through the third hook. There's like 4 hooks, and then you drop this yarn. You want to drop the yarn through the middle of this. There's like a little hole here, and you're gonna, I like to use this little tool to help me with this. I like thread it through here, and then I like drop it through this hole in the middle. Make sure it's on your hooks and there's like good tension, and then it should come out the bottom. I'm still learning how to do this. This is only my second time and my first time after my tantrum. So we're going to start turning manually, and see it's looping through all of our hooks, which is good. I think it's doing the thing. All right, so once you see that it's doing the thing in there and creating our cordage, we're going to take this yarn that's coming out of the bottom, and we're going to put these weights that come with the machine. This is just to create the tension on the yarn. So we're going to thread our yarn through these weights like so. And where is it? Hello? And now it's weighing our yarn down at the bottom to create the tension. And there's another one too, so we'll put this on once we start winding. So let's turn it on and see if it starts winding our yarn. You will definitely know immediately if it's not working properly. But if it is working properly, this is like very hands off, and then it just does the thing. And all you have to do after that is move the weights. It's doing it, guys. Look at it go. Oh, I gotta give it some yarn. All right, let me add our other weight. We're gonna add move this up a little and add our second weight to the bottom. And now we have our 2 weights on the yarn, and we'll keep sliding these up as we get more of our cordage that will come out the bottom. So let's keep going. I can't wait to show you the cord. And I assume if you have like smaller yarn, the speed will be going even faster. So I couldn't even imagine it if it was like cording really thin yarn. And our cord is starting to come out the bottom. Look, you guys. Look at it. It's beautiful. This is our cordage. And this is like thick cordage. And then when we use our wire, we're going to put the wire in the middle of here and make stuff with it. So I'm going to keep making our cordage, and I'll be back once I have a decent amount of it. Okay guys, we have our completed cord for our letter. Hopefully this is enough. We shall see. All right, I want it to be on video while I take this off my desk so that you guys could hold me accountable for regulating my emotions if I mess this up. Oh, no damage because we used the actual padded side and we took precautions. So nice, we definitely solved that issue. And now we are going to try to make our wire letters. Please note that I am not an expert in this. I am just a girl trying her best. So we are going to take our letter outline. What should we do? Maybe put this in here first. We want to make sure that we have like a bent edge of our wire. So we're going to make sure this is nice and whatever. We have our bent edge of our wire. This was also an issue last time because I didn't bend it properly at the end and it kept getting stuck in my cord. So hopefully with this nice bent edge, it won't get stuck in my cord. Nice and threaded through. All right, so I guess we'll just make our letter now. So we're gonna start here, do a little benderoni this way, and then we're doing a bend here. And then we're doing a bend this way. And you can use your wire tool for this, you know, to help bend your wire. I'm just not doing that at the moment. All right, and then we bend here. Right, I think it's looking good, honestly. But I have too much cordage and stuff, so I'm not really sure how to like end the project exactly. Maybe we'll just try to cut this wire like here. Somehow I wove my hair into this cordage, but you know what, that's okay. It makes it more personal. I can't get my hair out, but it's fine. You want to fold the wire end so that it's not all like pointy. All right. We did it. Now let's we'll just put that over here. Okay guys, I finished sewing off the ends. Here she is. Here's my A. Does it look like an A? Wait, is it backwards? No, this is the front. Okay. Here's my A. I was definitely struggling a little bit with sewing off the ends because like no matter how much I'm like stitching them up, the wire is like popping out of the little cordage. So if anyone has any tips for me on wire art, please let me know in the comments because I really want to get better at this. I mean, to be fair, this is like my first, technically my second try, and like I don't think this is that bad. So I feel like the more I do it, and if you guys have some tips for me, let me know because this is really cool and you can make so many cool things with this, and making the cordage is really fun. And I feel like selling these letters and like selling cute little baby names, like that's so cute. I love that. If this is something you guys might be interested in, I do have a code and the link in the description below. You can use code MANDA25 for 25% off one of these little powerful babies. This is a spring only sale, so you can only use that code up until April 20th. So if you're interested, definitely check it out now. I already worked out all the kinks for you guys. So thank you so much for watching and for dealing with me, you guys. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye.